Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for June 10, 2019. Today we're looking at the NZDUSD, the New Zealand dollar, versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. Now, over the past couple of weeks, we've seen a pretty decent rebound here for the New Zealand dollar, pressuring higher from the lows after breaking above the black trend line. From the lows down here right around the 0.65 level, we pushed late last week all the way up into the mid to upper 0.66 is near, close to the 67 level, not all the way there, but very close to it. The yellow shaded area right in the middle of the chart becoming resistance last week. Today we open up a little bit lower than the close on Friday and now have pushed right back underneath the orange zone, which was resistance last week as well. 0.663045 is the orange shaded area. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. So as we can see, here's the rise from the past couple of weeks, challenged the yellow zone, sudden sell-off today, holding underneath what has been resistance here into the orange zone for the past several weeks, even going back underneath here when it got underneath it in the downtrend on the left-hand side of the chart. So really, the best thing to note about today is that we're still underneath that orange zone here on the daily time frame. So that becomes our point of interest for the day today. As long as we stay underneath it, even similar to last week finding resistance here, the expectation is we could pull back a little bit. After last week's significant run, profit taking wouldn't be out of the question, or just some similar pullback. US dollar rebounding a bit from last week's sell-off may be in order as well, and if US rebounds, of course this would send this a little bit lower. The next support level, of course, is the blue shaded area down around the 0.66 level, as we look forward to pull back a little bit. Even if this is just going to be a simple retracement or pullback before going back up again, that would be what we would look for. We'd look for it to dip into support before going back up again. So for the day today, as long as it stays under that orange zone, that's what I'm looking for, that pullback to support the blue zone, 0.66, before going back up. So it provides us maybe a little bit of a short near-term opportunity to sell from the orange zone back down to the blue zone, looking for that pullback. Just think about this down here. It's a similar situation that you would have been thinking about down here between the green and the yellow zone. That pullback before going back up, pull back into support the yellow zone before going back up. That's a similar situation to what we're talking about up here at the orange shaded area at the top of the chart. A pullback into resistance, the orange zone, targeting to the blue zone before going back up again. Let's take it on down to the 4-hour time frame. So how do we trade it? How do we make that entry? Now, we always still want lower risk and higher reward. That's always kind of our expectation. We want low risk. So the risk right now is that the market gets back above the orange zone and starts going back up in the direction of the trend and challenges back up here to the yellow zone. So our stop losses, if we decide to sell, are going to be above the orange zone. We don't want it to get back above there. So the best thing that we can do is wait for it to rally back to the orange zone, give us lower risks, makes our stop loss smaller, and then we look for it to target back down to the blue zone. Now, if that pullback becomes much stronger, we could be looking for it back down here to the green zone, 65.55, as a stronger target. But for the time being, I think we just look for it to pull back here to the orange zone, find resistance there. We don't want it to get back above there. Targets the blue zone, the green zone. I don't really think right now, as long as it stays under that orange zone, is a good time to buy it. We often talk in the trade room about 3 decisions to be made. Do we buy it? Do we sell it? Maybe we don't trade it. So those are your 3 decisions. Buy, sell, don't trade. And right now, I don't think buying under the orange zone makes a lot of sense. So really it comes down to no trade or we sell it. And I think a sell on a rally back here, it's similar. We did this actually last week right here, where we had a little bit of a small opportunity to see a little bit of a bounce off of that orange zone last week. It's a very similar situation this week, where we look for it to rise into there, fall back down to the blue zone. If it does, great. If it doesn't, we protect profit. We protect ourselves by putting an appropriate stop loss, and then we look for something new. So that's the trade for the day today on the New Zealand dollar.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.